Hello, everyone, and welcome back to All Things Divine, brought to you by my companies, Divine Sly and GRW.Well, and it is me, yours truly, Erica Dontello, and we are going to continue on with our Root Chakra Home series. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone for their amazing feedback on the episode last week called Dear Drew. We truly appreciated my son. He listened to the episode and he sent me a lovely, beautiful, warm text message, because that's the form of communication that I get with an almost 20-year-old. But hey, I loved it. And he is so thankful. And we truly hope that it helped a parent and child dynamic. So, as we continue on this week's episode, you don't look like them. Have you ever been told this, or maybe not told, but the actions of another person definitely makes you feel that they are not trying to purchase or listen to what you are giving? And it could be in the form of them just not buying your product. I have seen in some scenarios where someone may be furthering their education and they're super excited. So what do you do whenever you are excited? You want to share it with those closest to you. But the ones closest to you, they're not receiving what you are saying, but they receive it from someone else that said the same exact thing that you have been trying to educate them on, because you just want them to glow up. And let me tell you, I have personally experienced this, and it is one of the most frustrating things. Now, I don't want anyone to go and be upset with people around you that are close and that you love, because they may not know that they are doing this. I'm not saying that they are being malicious, but I am curious about it, or I was curious about it. So I started doing a little research, and I did have a really good conversation with someone close to me. And we talked about this, and my question was, why do people do this? And the answer that I got was, because you don't look like them. And I thought, well, who the hell is them? Right? Because that is the most surface mentality. And let me go a little bit more into detail. So, would you take yoga advice from a plus size person? Would you take finance classes from someone of color? Some people may say, well, I did not take the finance class from the person of color, or I did not take the yoga class from the plus size person because I did research and I found this other person to be a better fit. Yes, we are all supposed to do research, especially when we are spending our coin on something. We need to research and make sure that everything is legit and to make sure that it is a good fit for us. Surface mentality thinking is when we think and make decisions based off of what we see on the surface. It can also be similar to the saying, they only see things in black and white, meaning that it's either black or it's white. There's no in between that. It's going to be one way or the other, and that's it. That is another version of surface mentality thinking. So why did I give the two examples? Because when someone is working out, in the first example of the plus size yoga teacher, when you're working out, you naturally will go towards someone who is really physically fit. They will show the before and the after, and you want those results. So you're thinking on the surface because you're seeing pictures and images, and you're not taking into account that what they did may not work for you because everyone's body is different. It's our home. It's our personal home. And so I do that. There is someone that I absolutely love. Her body is banging. It's fire. Joie Chavis. I think that's how you say her name. I follow her and stalk her, and I don't even know how to say her name. Now that is a hot mess. Joie Chavis is so amazing. She has her own YouTube channel, and she also is on Instagram. I'm not sure if she's on Facebook because I don't really Facebook that much, but I know that she's on Instagram. She's on YouTube, and she has her own website called joieinlife.com, and Joy is spelled Joie in life.com. It's an awesome website. I love reading her blog posts. I love watching her cooking videos. And she just does a lot of lifestyle vlogging. And she also has a section on YouTube where she works out. And she also has that on her website as well. So you should check her out. This is not an advertisement. It is just me throwing you some free game to check her out because she's awesome. Now, I do want to go back to the plus size yoga teacher example. Let's say that she has already been teaching yoga, and she might attract other plus size women who want to do yoga. That might be her niche, and that is okay. But some people may not go to her because she is plus size when she could teach you the same exact things that someone of a smaller stature could do. And that's because we're looking at her on the surface. And that is the type of mentality that's the surface mentality. It's that I want to stop, because just because someone doesn't look the part doesn't mean that they don't have the jewels that you need to move forward. So when you put yourself out there in any way, it takes a lot of courage. We all know this. I know this doing this episode right now and just doing Divine Sly and Grow Well. And another good example would be my third company, which is my beauty company that is currently being rebranded and will be available again in the year of 2024. It's a beauty company, so a lot of people look at a beauty company, especially an indie one. They look at it on the surface. Let me see the faces. Let me see if I feel that you are beautiful in my eyes after you put on this makeup or the skincare or the lipstick. A lot of people look at beauty on the surface. And I get it. I do too, especially if I'm going to buy a product. But a lot of people were looking at me on the surface of, well, she don't look like Kim Kardashian. She doesn't look like Rihanna. She doesn't look like Supa. All of those beautiful girls. Jeffree Star, he's amazing. James Charles, amazing. I don't look like them. And so with doing a little quality control, I did see that although my products were amazing, and of course there were other things that needed to be corrected. I mean, it is with all business, but I didn't look that part and I didn't act that way. So that is what stopped some of the sales at times. And it's really tough to get that type of information back, because when you already struggle with insecurities and then you're trying to do a beauty brand, hello, just put a flag on me or just paint insecure hoe on my on my forehead, because that definitely tapped into my insecurities when I already didn't really feel beautiful and I wanted to make other people feel beautiful because I did not. And I wanted to look the part. I wanted to look like Kim. I wanted to look like Rihanna. But the point is that there's no one that looked like me. And I never fully grasped that until I've done all of this healing and I'm now at my divine space to where I can fully embrace myself and love myself and realize that I'm the billboard for the brand. No one looks like me. So, if you currently are experiencing this type of surface mentality thinking and it is causing you to feel stuck or have a low sense of purpose in life, if you feel ungrounded, if you feel insecure, if your home life feels chaotic and unsettled, you may have a blockage in your root chakra because you are letting the opinions, let me repeat this, you are letting the opinions of someone else affect you emotionally. And we are going to change that. Now, this could be something that you just started to experience, or it could be something that started in childhood and just has progressed along the way. And now that you want to get out there and just show the world you, it could start to trigger you to where you are feeling insecure and ungrounded. So when you have those feelings, what can we do? Well, we are going to start talking to ourselves. And the first thing that we are going to say, if we are experiencing the you don't look like them, is number one, they don't look like me. Number two, that is not true. And number three, I am worthy and I am needed in this world. So those are the three things that I want you to say to yourself so that you can start to reprogram your mind to unblock your root chakra. So again, they don't look like me. Number two, that is not true. Whatever someone's telling you, you can't do this, or they may not come out and say you can't do this or this isn't going to work for you, but that energy that they are giving definitely says that. You tell yourself that is not true. If it starts to bubble up in your mind, I can't do this, I'm going to fail, that is not true. They do not look like me. And I am worthy and needed in this world. You are worthy. Your energy is needed. We are waiting for you. So repeat these things to yourself if you start to experience that. And then start to change your habits to where you are walking in that new identity. One more story that I will share with you is that on the DVNSouls.com website, we have Be.Well. And Be.Well is all of the recipes that I want to share with everyone so that we can grow well and that we can be well in our body and with our health, in our mind, all of that. And I kept telling myself, I don't want to get on camera because I'm not smaller. Maybe if I can just work out and then I will lose 25 more pounds, then they will believe me and they will know that all of these foods are great, because if they see me at the size that I am now, which is not a bad size, but if they see me like this, then they won't cook my food, or they will wonder or question me on why I am talking about eating vegetables and I'm not a size 10. Now, I will get to a size 10 one day, but you know what I mean. 10, size 8, size 4, whatever. And I realized that no, they do not look like me. And I want to teach people like me, people who grew up like me, that, we grew up in households that we didn't have a lot of vegetables. It was maybe a single parent. They were just trying to make it. So hot dogs, pork chops, mashed potatoes, you know where I'm going with this. But now that I'm older and I've learned how to eat certain vegetables, and I still try new vegetables, it's fun to me. I want to see what it tastes like. I want to read about the properties of that vegetable and how it will help, how it helps me, even just being balanced and grounded. I love reading about all of that, and I want to share that with everyone. There are vegetables for your root chakra if you are experiencing a blocked root chakra. And I want to talk about that on Be.Well. So I got out of the mindset of attracting the surface mentality thinking, and I just got into my own mindset of they don't look like me. And I can't wait to share more recipes with everyone. And I can't wait to try more vegetables and for you to see me try more vegetables. It's going to be great. So I am going to work with you. We are going to let that energy flow. We are going to unblock that root chakra because it's all about our home. And we want to feel grounded, safe, and secure in our mind, body, spirit, and our physical home. Thank you so much for spending this time with me as we continue to balance our root chakras and just let that energy flow and get over any fear and anxiety. Until next time, which is next week, I will see you again as we continue on with our root chakra home series. I pray that everyone grows well and that you be well. See you next week.